I wanted to do a top 10, but it ended up being a top 12. Sometimes it just almost feels unfair. Absolutely my favorite walk video. Yet again, it has been way too long since the last video. As per your request in the last video that I did, you really wanted to see the runway challenge. So this video is my favorite picks from the runway challenge for Miss Universe Philippines. I know this video, or the videos, the Miss Universe Philippines runway videos are already like a month old at least, maybe even more. The last video I talked about was the casting video where we just see like their facial expressions, their faces in more of a natural look. This really allows me to see the energy of the women, their walks. And of course, a lot of their walks could be improved by now. There are some girls who like, they're just almost there. Like they have the facial expressions, they have the energy, but maybe the walk itself is a little bit awkward. Or some people, the walk is amazing. It's like right off the runway, but maybe their facial expressions aren't quite there. Like maybe they're a little bit more serious the whole time. We do want to see a little bit of variation. So I feel like there's a lot of women who have a lot of positive elements, whether it's the amazing walk, the facial expressions, the poses, the look, the energy, but they're just missing a few of the other things that make an overall great, amazing, memorable walk for me. Again, this is my own opinion. I wrote down the names of people who made me take out my pen and write down their names. So here are a few honorable mentions that I thought they stood out, but they weren't quite on my list. I wanted to do a top 10, but it ended up being a top 12. Jane of Car City. Loved her walk, everything about it, but it just wasn't all the way there for me yet. It could be totally different now. I love Beatrice, but I didn't like her video. I just felt like it was a little too distracting or something. I don't know if it was the outfits or what, but that does bring me to say that each of these videos was so different. I feel like some of them you could tell were maybe made by the same production company, the same people filming, but then other girls didn't quite get that same production value. And even though I really tried to not pay attention to, okay, how well was this video produced? How good is the lighting? Sometimes it just almost feels unfair when one woman has like drones, she's on a bridge, like it's all like crazy like a movie, and then someone else is basically in like a model studio and it's just different shots of them in the model studio. I really tried to just focus on the women, their energy, their walks, but anyways, I felt like I needed to comment that. Okay, don't know how to say her name. It's Xyrille. Very cool outfit on her, but it was a little distracting, and she did this weird like finger thing with her arm, so I felt distracted by that. I'm very picky if you can't tell. Princess from Pasig. Amazing, amazingly shot video, but where's the walking? Like this is the runway challenge. I hardly saw her walk in that video. It was all about how cool the lighting was and the video was super cool, but where was her walk? Like that's the challenge. She kind of reminds me of Pia in that particular video. Those are my honorable mentions for now. There was a couple others that I thought were really good, but they were like swaying too much. Let's get into my top 12. In no particular order, first up I have Katrina of Taguig. She definitely commands attention. She commands the room, but I feel like her transitions need some work, and again, maybe she's really worked on that. It was a little bit off. Like her walk is not quite to the level of other women in my opinion. Next up we have Nefeline of Tacloban City. Some of you will send me emails with like how to pronounce these. I've tried to pronounce them correctly. I always feel like I need to apologize in advance because I don't want people to think that I am intentionally pronouncing their names wrong. I have a Canadian accent, so I'm not going to pronounce the names in the same way. Anyways, Jane of Romblon. I really liked her as well. Good poses, very tall and like statuesque walk. I kind of have her and Victoria of Cavite tied, so I technically have 13 girls on this list. Next up I have Marine of Pangasinan. Simple outfit, simple hair, natural beauty. Absolutely my favorite walk video, I will say that. She goes by Mao from some people. Loved her video. I really felt like it focused on what it was supposed to focus on, and that was her runway walk, because this is the runway challenge. I think some people took it to the next level of being more like a runway in a fashion show rather than let's see their catwalk. I don't know what their instructions would have been, but Marine Mao's video was definitely my favorite. Next we have Jamaica of Palawan. I feel like I have not seen or heard a lot of people talking about Palawan. I really feel like she commands attention, and that's the biggest thing. You can have the best poses, you can have the best facial expressions, but if they don't command the attention and have people looking at you and like wanting to be part of your energy, it's not going to matter. You You need to be able to command attention in whatever way that means for you. And for me, Miss Palawan had it. Next, Kirsten of Masbate, or Kirsten of Masbate province. Totally got a catch your own vibe from her in this video. I feel like her uneven hand placement on her waist was really strange to me and kind of distracting, but I am a fan of her, so I couldn't help but put her on my list. Next up, I have Simone of Merin. I don't know how to say it. She has a stunning smile, great turns. She really commands attention as well, so I had her on my list. Now I have Isabella of Manila. She is so gorgeous. It's no doubt she's obviously a model. A lot of people were saying, but she's a model, she's not a beauty queen. But in her video, this runway video, like, I could not help but like stare at her and give her that like, oh my gosh, I need to see more of her. I mean, her facial beauty is one thing, so you need to have a little bit of everything to win Miss Universe Philippines, but I was very impressed with her runway video. Next up, Lauren Bautista of Laguna. Great walk, gorgeous face, but again, I feel like I need to see more from her. I don't know if it's like the smiling energy, but I will say her video still commanded the attention. I really liked it overall. I mean, she's so gorgeous. She's proven to us that she can capture a title. Her video is definitely up there. I would say my top 5, if not my top 3, of just the overall. I loved the production of it. I loved her walks. I loved her poses. I loved her spins. So it definitely was one of my favorites. Next on my list, Steffi. How could you not notice or feel like Steffi's video was amazing? I mean, it was on a bridge, there was a drone, like footage was amazing, the production was amazing of this video. Her walk sometimes seemed very fast. I almost wondered if it was sped up because it seemed almost like it was like on fast forward, and maybe, I mean, it was super windy on that bridge. Like, I mean, kudos to her for walking on that bridge out in the wind. Obviously she's amazing. I mean, I'm being very nitpicky, but her walk was very, very fast, and I felt like we saw more walking than turns or anything. But again, it's a runway video, so not really sure what Miss Universe Philippines is looking for with these videos, but overall Steffi's video, amazing. Now I have Nolan of Antique province. Total confidence, her head was up, tall, great stance. I loved her walk overall. And last on my list, I guess number 12, again, in no particular order, Cristel Abello of Aklan. I found it so interesting. It was like country music or like a rodeo music for this video. It was like there was gonna be like a country standoff or something like that. But overall, amazing. I mean, she's gorgeous. I mean, she has a lot of fans. I'm a fan of her. And that concludes my top 12, I guess, kind of 13 for the runway videos. Everyone can have different opinions. I could have not even talked about a girl that you think has the best walk, the best video overall. But that's okay because we are all different and we can have different opinions. I do feel like one of the women I mentioned could be the next Miss Universe Philippines, but you know what? I've been wrong before. I've been surprised before with pageants, so I'm really excited because it's only a week now, less than a week until Miss Universe Philippines actually happens. Let me know in the comments if you want me to comment on the tourism videos and the interview videos. Those are both really important in my opinion. Of course, I want to be giving you guys videos you want to see, so if you want to see those videos, let me know. You want to hear my comments on them, let me know in the comments and I will do those videos if you want to hear from me. As always, if you guys want to keep seeing my videos, be reminded when my new videos come out, make sure you hit subscribe and I will see you guys there.